Greetings Graviteam Tactics players to my playthrough of the opening scenario in the campaign of Leopard's Leap and my disaster on the river Lomba. One of the main issues facing the South African player is how to place the Ratel 90s, which are extremely vulnerable to T55s and the BMPs, and more often than not arrive on the battlefield in the arrived state, so they usually end up hanging out in the breeze and you have to try and get them into some safe area. So deploying them too far forward can be a bit of an issue. In this playthrough I thought I'd try fooling the AI by switching the 32 Light Infantry Battalion armour support to the right flank, but this proved just as problematic, although it was well positioned. So in the opening of the scenario, I as usual move my forward infantry into observation positions. The light blue icons there are the Ratel 90s, and they have pretty good observation onto the road from which the Angolans were expected to appear. It does not take long before we make contact and we see something of a BMP convention. There must be every BMP in the Angolan military has decided to descend on this location. So as usual, the Ratel 90s are in all sorts of trouble, so I am trying to reverse them into a better firing positions and something with some element of safety. We of course get some shots on the emerging hordes. You can see some of the other trucks and other vehicles are reversing also, basically trying to get all the vehicles up the front into some better defensive position or out of direct fire anyway. And then even my positions are starting to get artilleried as well. So from the very opening, the Angolans have achieved the initiative. And I don't think at any stage it'll actually match their rate of fire. You can see these guys, I'm getting them to pop smoke, try and reverse, just to try and stabilise the position. This is the western flank. We're looking north, and the blue icons in the top right is our Ratel 90s. This is where our lead infantry platoons were located in this copse of trees, and really only minutes into this scenario they're fighting for their pixel lives. We've managed to ping off the occasional vehicle, but BMPs and infantry just keep arriving, and their rate of fire is not diminishing. Meanwhile, the Rotail 90s are seemingly automatically combusting. And despite my best efforts, I can't seem to get them to move to a better location. Even amongst the reeds here, to block the line of sight would be an improvement. So between those two black columns of smoke is where the Angolans are emanating from. We didn't have a bad firing positions, just couldn't get enough fire out there, and the AI had many more opportunities to fire on us than us on them, I think. So there goes another one. Oh, at this stage I thought I'd have some good news. This is a round from an RPG, and that's about the story of the start of our campaign. We managed to hit a tree. Well, it wasn't long before the T-55s really were able to just roam around the battlefield at will. So really, if they could stay far enough away from likely infantry spots. Oh, this is where I was trying to save the ZT3. I thought if I could save him, at least I might have some chance down the track of negating the T-55s. And he almost rolls over and we're going, oh no. So then he ends up backing into where the Angolans are coming from, finally gets his bearings. There's a wide loop around. He goes, come on dude, get back out of there. So we're finally maybe getting to a reasonable location. And of course he gets zapped. So that's pretty much the summary for the Rotail 90 and Associates involvement. So it's up to the infantry to try and stem the tide. But it's not looking that good at this stage. Fortunately, the T-55 drivers must have consumed a month's worth of rum rations before starting the campaign. They drive all over the place. This is getting down towards the crossroads on the map for those who know the map. And those reeds are where our infantry are primarily located. At this stage, the T-55s and BMPs basically owned the road, and really as long as they stayed away from the bush they could dominate the battlefield, because I only had the RPGs left. I'm not sure where this driver was going, but this infantry company was my rear or company in depth, and now company at the vanguard. Oof. Oh. So really our last chance before the crossroad victory location with this infantry group. It started looking like we were finally putting up something of a defence. So as a BMP crew, the last place you should want to go is into these reeds. So where do they go? Into the reeds. So, disastrous scenario there. Got totally annihilated by any sort of measure. So we'll have another go at this one and see if I can improve on these dismal results.